evening from Disney Springs. It's been quite a minute since I've vlogged, since I moved to Florida actually. So I thought on this beautiful evening, we'll take a walk around Disney Springs and look at all of the stores that I always go to every time I come to Springs. I am looking for a couple of things, so I'll point those out along the way if we find them, but I just wanted to highlight all of the stores I always check as a collector when I go to Disney Springs. So I'm currently on the furthest right side if you're looking at the map. I'm gonna start in the farthest corner and make my way all the way over to the west side, but one of the first places that I always go to is the Art of Disney store. I always like to look for the different postcard prints. I have like a whole wall in my Disney home of postcard prints because I can never decide on the big ones, and I want to make sure I have enough room for a bunch of art for all of the inspiration. It's currently February 2026, so any of the merchandise I show here may or may not be here if you're visiting soon, but otherwise some of this stuff might also be online. We're gonna take a look-see. I believe usually if you're looking for the postcards, they're over on this side, which I'm actually not sure if it has a different name. Oh, it does. Okay, so Wonderful World Memories is where the postcards often are. I believe a lot of the stuff is over at Festival of the Arts right now, so that could also be a possibility. But this store in particular also sells a lot of exclusive figurines as well, and sometimes Funko Pops. Surprised to see Tigger here. I feel like this is kind of an older one actually, but he is very cute. $20 for him. And then a new collectible they have, this kind of reminds me of the Vinylmation era of sorts. They have the new thing called Disney Irresistibles. You can see them, they're visible, they're $17, and they're just little Mickey ear hats. They probably have about, I'd say 10 to 15 designs currently. They also have some nice, like, this is more like art pieces. The carousel item is $150, the Toy Story one is $170. Also have the Mickey Mouse Club item for 70 Years of Happiness. This is $100. Oh, no way. $250 for the Tiana's Bayou Adventure Light Up and Singing figurine. That's pretty awesome. I like how park specific that is. We should have other like movie moment type ones. I mainly look for the park exclusive stuff being here. Ooh. $170 for the Disneyland 70th Walt figure. He does talk. This is very similar now to the new Walt Disney show over at Disneyland. Very big, very cool. This store feels so empty right now, and I think that's just because of Festival of the Arts. Postcards. So these are $8 a piece, and they're really nice to keep from your trip, but I think they're good just to collect all different styles of art that you like, and that's a very fair price for it as well. The ones that I always purchase are the attraction posters, so I always look for those first. So I usually bolt in here, see if they have any new attraction posters or very park specific ones. And if they don't, then I usually head on out. Sometimes I look at other artwork if they have it hanging up and I notice it, but most of the time it stays the same. There's some more back here. They do have some matted versions too. I really like this one. Finding Nemo with the castle is very cutie. If you follow me over on Instagram, see some. I do some doodles in the parks and I put them on my story. So a dream one day would be to have some artwork sold at the Disney Gallery in a little postcard version. That'd be pretty awesome. Could not imagine. Maybe one day, but you can check out my Instagram to see some of those doodles. Now, this next stop is on occasion. It's usually if I'm looking for something specific. Since I have food allergies and stuff, I cannot really eat any of the Disney treats, but there is something specific I am looking for in here today. So let's head into Goofy's Candy Company. This store feels super nostalgic to me, very downtown Disney. This is what we're looking for. The Polynesian trash can candy dispenser, candy holder, I should say, you have to get a ½ pound of candy, and then you're able to purchase this for $14.99. So I'm just gonna grab some candy for a friend and purchase the trash can for my collection. I will point out one of my favorite things though is Disney has this line called Snacks with Character. It's allergy friendly snacks. These churro puffs are pretty good, I would recommend. But they used to have chocolate bars that were allergy friendly. I think they had a slightly different name, but the packaging was very similar. Now they only have these like cheese puffs. There's barbecue and churro. And then these cookies, there's chocolate chip and lemon, but I have a nut allergy, and basically the only thing I can have out of all these things are just the puffs. Like there's no sweet treats I can get at Disney from these locations. Like this, like it will say, one of them actually does, maybe they fixed it, one of them actually did say nut free on the front, and in the back it said allergy warning, and I was like, that's not good. So I hope they bring back the chocolate bars or other options for people with allergies. I will say I was able to get some of the treats at Festival of the Arts though, which was shocking, but they can be made there, so like a chef can like handle that. But any of the packaged stuff or anything from like confectionery I cannot have. Another fun collectible they recently brought back to the Disney parks are the Pez dispensers, and they actually have parks exclusive characters, which are pretty cute. They have Figment, Buzz Woody, the Hatbox Ghost, and then they have 2 packs. Look how cute little Piglet is. And then the princesses, they also have Small World. How fun is that? I love that these are coming back. I like the kind of candy dispenser holder things. Feels very Tokyo Disney, like this. Super cute little candy holder. It looks like the carriage, and it has orange jelly pumpkins in it. Like that's just so fun. So that's $15, and then the individual Pez were $4.50, and the 2 packs were $8.50. All right, whoa. Oh wait, this was a weird POV, but I got the trash can, and this is again just the stores I like always go to when I visit Springs. So the art store for sure. Next up is the pin store for sure. Goofy's and the Christmas store are on occasion, or if I'm looking for something or a gift. But in terms of collectibles, this is the next stop in my loop. So I kind of always go all the way to the farthest end, which is the Art of Disney. I like parking in Orange Garage. So I come all the way over and then I just make my way back. So we're gonna look at the pin offerings now and see what they got. I usually collect the attraction pins, so I always look for those first. So this is the section right here I kind of always go to see what they got. For the attractions, see if there's anything new. Looks like they just got all the new Epcot countries. And then I'll go to the section that has the new releases. Oh, here's more of those irresistible figures. You can also get them customized, which is pretty cool. They have the Christmas one, 2026, Dalmatians, R2-D2, and then that classic one down there. They also have a Sorcerer Mickey one. There's this collection which is pretty interesting. I really like the pastels of it, but I don't really love the actual like icons as much. Oh, this one's interesting. Very nostalgic.
You like that one?
Interesting character selection too, but I kind of like how niche it is. And then we have new Build-A-Pins here. Maleficent, $23 for 2 pins. And there's a new Guardians one. Love that. It's fun seeing so many built-into pins now. I feel like it's had a recent resurgence. I don't want to get in everyone's way showing all the pins, like each individual one, but just know that they're releasing lots now, and they're very popular. At least I feel like most popular ever since I started collecting anyway. These Hidden Mickey ones are where it's at. I've been collecting all the cupcakes. I just finished the series of those. And they also sell Magic Band 2.0 in here. Or I guess they're called Magic Band Plus now. Anyway, I think it's a little too busy in here, so I won't make my way through the crowd in that way. I think since I have extra time today, though, we'll make some stops in the additional stores. So not one I check every time anymore, but I used to before they refurbished it, and that's Once Upon a Toy. The store used to be bigger back in like early 2000s, and they shortened it. So now there's not too much in here, but I usually come in just to look for the ride vehicles. And they also have, I've been thinking about them, getting the new Parks Disney Doorables. Because why does my camera keep doing that? Because they are pretty cute, and there's like just exclusive characters. I really love Hatbox Ghost, Mr. Toad, Tiana, the Mania one. And then they also have the ride vehicles, and this is what I was thinking about getting, the Space Mountain ride vehicle. I think when you buy them like this, you're guaranteed the vehicle that's in here, but then there's different character options, different color options. I don't know for sure, which is why I have yet to purchase one. But there's that. And then the store's kind of just split up by category. Usually the monorails and the attractions are always over here to the left. So that's where I come right away. Okay, I saw this on Instagram. Look how adorable this tiny little monorail is. I almost wish it did not have the ears on top of it. I think it was just the wrap. It'd be cute. And it's actually sitting on a little rail. I love that. Springtime monorail, $15. It's a pullback toy. This is also a new, kind of re-release in the new packaging as the demo attraction. Comes with Donald and Daisy. They have remote control monorail. Then they have the metal die-cast of the tram and the monorail down there too. And they've also started releasing the transportation buses and all the different wraps. And those are about $17 as well. They're super fun. I think I'm gonna wait on those. You can also build a lightsaber in here. Not to like the Galaxy's Edge level of like metal, they're all like plastic lightsabers, but still a fun opportunity if you're not going to the parks and still want the experience of building a lightsaber. It looks like in the back we just have some princess stuff over there, and then we have Star Wars and Marvel things over here, Pixar. And then a really new thing that's, I'd say, really kicking off is the shoulder pals. So many characters now. Figment, Grogu, Hey, Stitch, Zazu, Banshee, Jiminy Cricket, Remy and Emil. There's so many fun ones now. I think still though, like Hong Kong Disneyland has the most versions of shoulder pals, but hopefully we'll keep getting them. Something I just bought yesterday at Epcot, which I'm glad to see it here too, is the Figment Squishmallow. He's really cute. He's $30, but it's a fun little size. I don't know if I love how they did his nose too much, but it's growing on me. I just like his classic shirt. His little tails, little wings, and all of his imagination. So hopefully they keep doing more Disney Park Squishmallows. Then we have a wall of plush over here. And that looks like about it. I have been glancing at all the pin boards in these stores just to check those too, but have yet to see anything good, which is why I have yet to find it out. The next store that I always go into is Trendy / the Market Co-op. That's also where the new blind box store is, so we'll take some time in there for sure to see what they have, but I usually take a quick glance through here. They're starting to get some more, what I would say, retro shirts. Kind of 2000s going back to the classic Walt Disney World merch, which I love to see. We're worried about the collectibles today. Not a huge fan of a lot of the shirt designs anymore. Very hit or miss with all these collections. So now we're in the Market Co-op section. So this is kind of split off into different categories. So there's like home goods, and then they have like the apparel and jerseys. There's a Run Disney like fitness section. Oh, they even have little plants. Oh, I thought these were little plants in here too. They're candles though. Okay, wait, this is a question. I saw this candle the other day, but it was in a different holder. But the scent is called Donut Warm Cookie, and I don't know They couldn't decide on cookie or donut? Donut warm cookie. Donut warm cookie, that makes sense. It smells very good though. Like, it does smell like kind of bakery moment, I guess is what they wanted to say. I just thought the name was a funny choice. And it's a great variety of stuff to like bring home with you, if that makes sense. Like, because the home good stuff and like the shirts to wear, like to remember your stay. Alright, let's go in the drop shop now. This reminds me, or at least looks like, the offerings at some of the international parks. It's very like Hawaii type stuff. No discounts, refunds, exchanges, because these are all blind boxes, but I'll show you the categories they have. Oh my gosh, look at these. Little dioramas of Zootopia. I kind of love that. $20 on there, $20 on these Zootopia ones. So many character options. 12 designs. 12 designs. They're very, very good quality. Just all the different types of Zootopia. Star Wars options. I was looking for the Disney trash cans, but I have yet to see those in person in real life. These are kind of fun. Pop cubes. These ones are $14. This is a very, very popular section. This was a good choice. It kind of reminds me of D Street, if anyone remembers that. Spider bots. I'm only missing one of these. I almost have them all. Love these so much too. They're squishy popsicles. Mystery box. Backpacks? They're actually Loungefly branded. That's crazy. These are $25. Shoes. They've been trying to kick off, this is the Lacers collection. They've been trying to get it going. But here's the rest of the ones they have. They have the villains. And they come in like little castle sets, which is neat. These ones are bigger. These ones are $22. But they're really cute plushy keychains. Oh my gosh, look at the Stitch stuff. These are adorable. I love that they have their own little plushes. Like, I almost want this little Mickey, like, toy plush, like his little plushies. He comes, like, him holding, like, that one's adorable. $17. Oh my gosh. Tron Stitch figures. This is crazy. Then we have Spider-Verse. Oh, these are more of those vehicle ones. You saw in the case. And then they have these Marvel ones that are coming through the portals. That's really, really neat. And they're fun. I hope they do some more like park-specific ones too. Alright, next up is most of the time, I will walk through World of Disney. That one is a hit or miss. It depends on vibes. It depends on crowds. Some days I'm like, I don't want to go in there because I'm scared of how just crazy it is. I usually only go in there if I'm looking for something specific, but it has been a minute since I've been in there, so I guess we'll go take a look. We'll go take a wander. It's hard to film, and I don't want to get in people's way, like showing all of the merchandise. But we'll see if I can point out some new stuff for y'all to know what they have as part of like 2026 collections. I was just talking to someone the other day about how World of Disney is just so different now. Like, I almost wish it was still like the broken off rooms where like, oh, it was like the pin room, or oh, this is like the clothes room or the home goods room or something. I feel like the merchandise used to be a lot more exclusive to like the parks, and like there was parks exclusive stuff, but now all of this is like the same everywhere, so it's not as exciting to like come to World of Disney, at least to me, because it's merchandise that's everywhere now. Like it's not the same. So we'll take a look at this collection. I really like the color scheme. It's brand new for 2026. It's called Today is Magic. It's very, very similar to the Play in the Park collection they did last year. And it was around for most of 2025. So I would imagine that this will also be around for most of 2026 because it's very, very similar to the 2026 merchandise. So they have like rain jackets, like windbreakers, sweatshirts. And it's just like Mickey and Friends, like Fab Five, playing at the Walt Disney World parks. I think it's really sweet. Playing cards, ears, t-shirts, like all the different versions and styles of just this product line, if you will. Even the plushies, it's like Mickey holding the park map. Shorts you can buy. They're still here on vacation. I just don't like to be in their way while they're buying their things. Now this stuff is available for, I mean, most of the year, but closer to the end of the year, it will start to fade out and you won't really see it as much. But I will say I started seeing the 2026 stuff in like November. So there's a chance if you come like at the end of the year that there might be 2027 merch instead of 2026. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start making my way out of here, but if you're looking for anything at Walt Disney World, there's a very good chance it's at World of Disney. Oh, wait. Pause. I have to point this out. These are $17 a piece. They are Disney Tsum Tsum branded flowers. They're back. Tsum Tsums are back at Walt Disney World in the flower form, just their heads, but in all the colors. Like, they're really, really cute. I'm just so surprised to see them back here. They got rid of Tsum Tsums and they got rid of Nuimos, and they made the mini mix-its, and those didn't really go over too well, and now we have Tsum Tsums again. So I'm curious to see if we'll see any other versions of them, or if this is just a one-time thing. I don't know. But hey, who would have thought? Well, they still have this one. Train Conductor Mickey. This one is cute, I will say. I personally really like all the parks, like niche-y stuff. So this is cute to see. But yeah, the Wishables now, like, they have like little shimmery eyes. Like, they kind of just rebranded it. And I'm not quite sure why. Alright, let's head on out. Look at the crowds. You know, I thought this time of year actually wasn't supposed to be that bad, but oh no, how could I forget Disney Ever After? This was the like bag store, and then it was the blind box store, and now it is just its own unique Disney accessories store, I would say, since the drop shop opened. Looks like they have some very special Valentine's Day merchandise, Sony Clover items, patches, ears. They'll have some of the sweatshirts in here, but this store is super tight for how popular the items are. So hopefully I can get a good look at what they have. They did start bringing over some items from like the Japan Disney store, such as these little plushies and some keychains. So it's good. It's nice to see they're giving those a try over here. They also have the wall of the customizable ear headbands. The headbands are $11.99, and then the individual little plushies are $13.99. They also have a huge display of keychains, which it's really, really cute to see these coming back. I feel like these are going to be in place of Nuimos, at least in my heart for now, is being able to wear all the different keychains on your bag. So many characters now. They also have the little flat bracelets, which quite a few people are looking at. There's just so many little charms and things now. They've been releasing lots of like friendship type ones. The ear holders are also being sold over here now. To hold your ear headbands, these are a must-have. Highly, highly recommend those. And that's about the, I'd say, extent of Disney Ever After. Also a good store that changes kind of frequently. Like, kind of the front and center item in here is whatever the latest collection is. So like they had all the Valentine's Day stuff, like whatever the current trending style is, that's usually what is right up front. So it's that pink collection they've had since Christmas, and then they started mixing in some Valentine's Day with that, and then like ear headbands are popular, and keychains. So those are kind of the main categories within Disney Ever After at this time. So finally over to the west side, we're gonna go into Disney style, and then again, if I'm looking for something specific, I'll head into the Marvel headquarters store, and that's about it. But every time I walk into the Star Wars or Marvel store, I remember D Street. I still have a bag saved from D Street. I still have all my Vinylmations. If any series they brought back, if they brought back Vinylmations, I would be in trouble. So you can check out on my channel. I have all the Vinylmation collection videos, some unboxings from way back when they released the 50th anniversary Vinylmations, and don't have any videos of D Street unfortunately, but I'm sure there are some out there. I'm gonna actually have to go watch some myself because the design in that store was really fun. They had the whole like conveyor belt of Vinylmations and blind boxes in the window display. It was so unique. Make sure to check these little bubble carts too because they also have pin boards. Doesn't hurt to, oh, could you see that? On the side there. Doesn't hurt to check. Just behind that stage there is the Disney style store. It kind of reminds me of Disney Ever After, actually, now that I think about it. But this store is more clothing than Disney Ever After's accessories. There are some in here though too, but I'll show you. Whoa. They have some of the sparkliest shirts I've ever seen in the window. This is another really crowded one, pretty consistently, so let's see what we have. Okay, all the Valentine's Day stuff we just saw over in Disney Ever After. Jerseys. This is also kind of like whatever's trending. Also switches out quite frequently. That's why I always stop in here too, because you never know. I was trying to get out of everybody's way. But they have the sparkly shirts right there, and then they have the jerseys. There's a little Stitch collection left over from the summer. Oh, wait, are these like... Okay, wait a minute. These are like football jerseys. They're like actually see-through like jerseys. They're $80. Then over here we have t-shirt wall, and it has all the designs on the top there, except for that Disney style one. Oh, there's a Wishes shirt. Oh, there's another shirt that says, I wish you were here. Aw, I wish you all were here. We could all go merch shopping together. Sorry, I'm just kind of breezing over stuff. That's would not be my intention in the videos, just to like not show anything. But it's hard not to be in people's way, especially in stores like this one. Here's a pan through it. Some of our keychains. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. So it's another very tight store. The checkout's like right in the middle. You see how beautiful the sky is tonight? I did walk in the Marvel superhero store before I started the video, and that was madness. They do have the replica helmets in there, which was what I was just looking at, window shopping. So those, I will say, all the stuff in there I have seen online before, so nothing to note. Anyways, this is a little bit crazy. Alright, I think I'm gonna start heading out of Springs now, but that's kind of what I do every time I come to Springs. The art gallery, the pin store, sometimes World of Disney, and Market Co-op are like my main go-tos. They used to have like the D-Tech on demand stuff where I would check like the magnets, but now they don't do that anymore, the custom magnets and stuff. So there's a lot of things that have changed, but I still check those stores just in case for any sort of collectibles and things. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing my Disney Springs routine, if you will, but crazy to see that Tsum Tsums are back. So I'll have to do another one of these soon, maybe whenever it dies down a little bit, whenever the merch switches up, and I can maybe take some more time. But I'm gonna head to the movies actually with a friend here now. This is a good way to kick off the evening and check out some merch. I am glad I got the pollination candy dispenser, so that'll be nice to add to the displays. I do have a room tour video filmed, I do have a mail video filmed. I know it has been a minute, I appreciate your patience, but I've been working a lot, and at work I stare a lot at a computer, so coming home and looking at another computer always isn't the best thing to do. But I really miss chatting with you, making this video. This was really great for me to jump back into things, so hopefully you'll see some more videos from me on either Tuesdays or Thursdays. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already. We're pretty close to 20K, so that's very exciting, and I hope to explore more of Orlando with you as time allows. Thanks for checking in with me, and I hope you all have a magical rest of your day. Remember to do what you love and do what makes you happy, and I will see you all next time. Bye!